guys, welcome to Consume the Goodness. My name is Kendra. I'm a certified lifestyle and weight management coach, and this channel combines healthy lifestyle with God's word. And today is going to be like food with kind of just like encouragement and voiceover type of stuff, but completely unplanned. So I have no idea what this is going to be like. Normally I would at least have an idea and I would make some notes so that I could somewhat stay on track and hopefully make sense to you guys. And that is just not the case this week. I'm so tired. I didn't want to do a rerun again, although there are plenty of things I could have chosen from to do another skit rerun. But I didn't want to do that again because I almost feel like it's cheating. I don't know. Good stuff, but still. So anyway, I wanted to do something a little bit different. So this past week, or earlier this week, was our youngest son's 10th birthday, and we were going through, you know, what kind of cake do you want, going over different things. So I was like, okay, what if we did like a chocolate chip cookie dough cheesecake? And he was like, yeah, do that. So that is what I'm going to be showing you guys, and I guess I'm going to really try to figure out some kind of encouragement for this. I feel like I don't know where this is going to go, and so there's a good chance that it might be all over the place, or it might be nowhere at all, and you guys might be watching and just be like, wow, why is she talking? She makes no sense. But I'm gonna try. Let's just go with it, see how it goes. Okay, so actually when I think about this and as this is playing, I think that maybe some type of encouragement could be that exactly what I just said, like just going with it, going with the flow. I feel like this might drive some people completely crazy. I actually have had people say stuff to me, not a ton of people, maybe like 2 or 3, in messages or comments or emails about how I don't measure, and that's just not the way to do it. It's not the right way, especially when it comes to sweets. Like, okay, yeah, you might be able to get away with not measuring, you know, when you're just regular cooking, you know, just regular food. But when it comes to baking or when it comes to something sweet, yeah, you definitely have to measure, or else it's just not gonna work. And I know now, you know, after a few years of just playing around, I've always loved being in the kitchen. Being in the kitchen was like my favorite. That was like something that I was always in the kitchen with my mom. I was always helping with dinner. I just loved it. I loved being in there cooking and everything. But as far as sweets go, I really never did anything. I mean, the extent of my baking, really, as an adult, for something sweet was like go to the store and buy the roll of cookie dough, slice it up, put it on a cookie sheet. Yeah. So for some reason, baking before I started eating in a low carb or keto way, I sucked at it. So I definitely understand maybe people saying that when it comes to the like traditional baking. Maybe, I don't know if there is even a difference, if there are people out there who are like me who don't measure when they're baking with like regular sugar and flour and everything. But as for the past 3 years, I just don't measure things. Ever since I started doing the keto stuff, I've just been playing around. I have just been playing in the kitchen, which is what you guys see all the time in my shorts. I've been playing in the kitchen since I was a kid, but when it comes to the sweets, it's really, really a different ball game for me. But I just really don't measure. I just kind of go with it. I just kind of go with what feels right. Like, this seems like a good amount. Or I'll add a little, you know, and be like, yeah, well, you know, I won't add too much. I'll add a little to taste it, Better to do it that way than to add too much. Then you're like kind of screwed a little bit. I've done that before and I've been able to fix it, but then you end up with like a really large amount of stuff. Anyway, so I just, maybe that can be the encouragement that it's okay if things aren't perfectly measured out. And this can be like, you know, kind of a metaphor, you know, in life. It's okay if things aren't perfectly, you know, according to your specific plan or a specific recipe or whatever, and that it can still turn out really, really well. I play in the kitchen all the time, and a lot of times when I'm playing in the kitchen doing sweet stuff, it always turns out good. It always tastes good, and it becomes something that people in the house are requesting to be made again. So maybe that can be some encouragement, just if you're somebody who struggles with control, or just really, you know, it has to be this way, like I made a plan, or I made a plan, this is what it's supposed to be, this is how it is, and if it goes off of that at all, then it's just ruined. It's not right, it's wrong, it's terrible. And I I've had moments of being like that in the past, and I know a lot of people who are like that. I just don't know how much really good comes from it. I feel like it increases our cortisol levels, and it kind of can like suck the joy out of whatever it is that we're trying to do, because we're so fixed on making sure that we're sticking exactly to this thing that we planned out that we're not even really enjoying the thing that we're doing. So maybe that can be an encouragement in that. And then also maybe this can be, since this channel is about analogies and combining a healthy lifestyle with God's word, that crap, I had it and then I lost it. Blast. Maybe I should have taken a nap before I did this. No. I think I can get it. I think I was going in like a discernment type of direction, that as Christians, as children of God, I think it's good to have plans and to set goals and all of those things, but also to be flexible and to be open and okay with the fact that this plan that I set and this goal that I, am headed towards, something might happen that is not what I am expecting, not what I have planned, not what I am anticipating, and I need to be okay with that. I need to understand that might happen, and it's okay, and I'll just kind of like, go with the flow. And then, so that, still reaching goals, still making plans and all that kind of stuff, but just being prepared for any changes that might happen, and to know that these things that might happen, it's still going to lead to something really good. And then also discernment can be in this kind of like, as we go through life, I guess we can say that maybe the way that if you are someone like me who plays in the kitchen, maybe that should be a way, maybe we should apply that to life as well, where it's just, all right, this is what I want to make. You have in mind the thing that you want to make, like, for the sake of this video, a chocolate chip cookie dough cheesecake. So you know where you're headed, you know what you're wanting to do, but it's kind of more relaxed, like, okay, we're just gonna kind of go with it, add some things in, see how it goes. And then also using discernment, where you can almost feel like, I feel like that's enough. Or, when I was doing the cookie dough part, I felt like I was done, but I was like, I think it should be a little bit thicker. So I went ahead and added just a little bit more almond flour. Stuff like that, just kind of going with the feel and with the flow. And then also, as far as, our lives with Jesus, that praying and staying in communication with Jesus and just asking for guidance and discernment and asking for confirmation. I don't know where I'm going with this part. So yeah, I guess that can be encouragement for this too. And just kind of having a playing in the kitchen attitude towards life. Maybe that, at least just to try it. I feel like there are some people who are maybe super relaxed, like no planning at all, no planning, no goals, no nothing at all, just nothing. I feel like way too far on that end can be really harmful. It could be, I think, or just, not end very well in quite a few areas of life. And then I think being the complete opposite, going the complete opposite direction of being overly like super overly attached to plans and whatever thing that you set for yourself, to the point where if any little thing is different than what you are thinking in your own head, that you just like completely fall apart, and it's like, no, this is wrong, and you don't know how to handle it. I think both. So maybe just finding a common ground in the middle, which I feel like this playing in the kitchen type of approach can be helpful, where you do have a plan, you do have a goal, the end, your end result, what you're trying to get to. But then also knowing that it's okay if it doesn't go exactly according to a recipe. I think you guys probably get what I'm saying as far as connecting this type of thing to life. I hope that it makes sense. Again, this is just like super off the top of my head, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm praying that this is encouraging, and actually, so with our lives, I did that, but also this can be connected with our healthy lifestyle. If anybody is setting goals for weight loss or weight gain, depending on where you are and what your body needs are. If you have a fitness goal or anything like that, a health goal, getting rid of certain medications, all that kind of stuff, I think having this approach can be really good too, because if we're overly relaxed, we're probably not doing ourselves very much good, and it's going to take a really, really long time to reach any goals that we set. Actually, if you don't have any goals set, what are you even working towards? You know, what's your motivation? What's your why? And if we're overly on it, like, this is exactly what I'm going to do every single day, and if you're that disciplined and that's something you're able to do long term, then that's great. Like, I'm not saying don't do that, but I know just in my years of coaching, for the most part, most people aren't really like that. So having that super, like, this is what it's going to be, and I have to reach this goal by this date, I don't think that approach is very helpful or healthful either, because it increases our cortisol levels. It's super stressful trying to stick to this timeline. And then if we don't reach that specific goal, whether it's, you know, being off a medication by a certain date, or being a certain weight, you know, number on the scale by a certain date or whatever, if we don't reach that, then we can just completely crush us. We are unmotivated, we feel like we failed, and sometimes we just are like, whatever, I'm not even gonna do this anymore, you know. So having that playing in the kitchen attitude toward, you know, when it comes to that stuff can be super helpful as well, I think. To have your goals set and have your plan of your foods and all these types of things, but knowing that we are not perfect people, and there are going to be bumps along the way and hiccups along the way, and we just need to be like, all right, that's okay. I'm going to go with the flow. I messed up right here, but I'm going to get right back to it, and I will reach my goal. I will stay consistent. I will reach my goal. So I think having a happy medium is good. And as far as the kitchen goes, I think it's just fun. Like, it is fun to just play in the kitchen, just to get creative in the kitchen. It is seriously one of my most favorite things to do, because it's just fun to try different things, and then it feels good afterwards. Not like a pride thing, but it's just like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, you know, that I made something and I didn't follow anything. Like, this is just I made something and my family loves it. I think that's my favorite part, that I can just play around in the kitchen and throw stuff together, or I just have an idea like, ooh, I wonder what this would taste like. I wonder what this would be like. I want to try it. And I just start throwing stuff together, playing in the kitchen, and that my family loves it, that the kids love it, and my husband loves it. That I think is my favorite part, that I had so much fun making something that my family enjoys. Anyway. Okay, yeah, so I guess that is it for this week. I apologize if this was kind of boring for you guys, or if there actually was encouragement in there, or if there's something extra, you know, that maybe something that I didn't say but something popped up where you're like, oh yeah, and this, you know, something to add to it, or if you have questions about it, or if it's like, yeah, you did a crappy job, maybe you should go back to writing stuff down and try to be more prepared. Let me know that too. Yep, so that is it for this week's encouragement. Next week should be a really, really exciting week, and I will be making an announcement to let you guys know what I've been working on for these past however many weeks. I don't even know. Just, I guess, for the past few weeks, the stuff that my husband and I have been working on, and the kids. And I'm just excited to share that with you guys. So that should be next week. I guess that's it. So thank you guys so much for being here. I hope it didn't bore you to death. And yeah, I love you guys so much. God bless. And I hope to have you back for the next one.